Thanks for joining me again for my Eat With Me videos. Sorry I didn't show you what my lunch looked like, but it was shredded chicken and some pasta and some braai sauce on the top. Um, yeah, usually I would eat my meal while I would do these videos. Um, yeah, I know some people like to or enjoy watching you eat every noodle or whatever the case may be, you get it. I have explained to you before why I created this Eat With Me videos. Go check out the rest of my videos if you haven't already, and do subscribe to my channel as well. So, this is part 10, and so, again, just to reiterate, I'm creating this series regarding discussion on tone for the JK brand. With this JK brand, I create apparel, I create accessories. So, you can get some leggings, you can get some hoodies, you can get some mugs. I've got original quotes as well. If you follow JK Quotes on Instagram, you can have a look at that, all based on excuse me, on personal experiences. If you can relate as well, you can either email me or reach out to me on one of my social channels. Um, so today's topic is defenseless. So when it comes to, let's call a spade a spade. When it comes to haters, right? Or someone that's against you, you know what I mean? That's deliberate, malicious. Um, they want to intentionally hurt your career or hurt or involve themselves in your social group. Maybe they feel that you're not the right fit for that position, or if it's in a work environment, or maybe if it's in a personal space. Maybe the someone has just had too much of your good personality and they think it's time for you to go. Um, so I also want to talk about pros when it comes to not the regular pros and cons. I usually always go into pros and cons, but I'm talking about a pro manipulator. So if I think about my personal experiences, I've come across a lot of those, and what I've learned over the years is that with a pro manipulator or a pro hater, it is not something that you see immediately. It's something that develops over time. It's like you've been watched for a while, they've properly observed you, they've been around the block. So, with this hater vibes, so they've done it before. But if you are a super challenge, then they might move a little bit slowly, but they are still plotting and planning in the background. So with a pro hater and manipulator, they will be watching you, observing you, seeing what your weaknesses are, what way they can sort of like bring you down or like affect you in a way that you are not able to get back up again, or they will be able to achieve the goal that they have for you, which is obviously negative. So, um, when dealing with this kind of people, they usually like you to be defenseless, whereas you are not prepared. They want to catch you off guard. They want to. I've actually made three examples. So, one example is um, ganging up on you. So, for example, unexpectedly, it happens. You are just going about your day, doing your job, etc., or not even doing your job. Maybe you're out there. In a place that you often go. So obviously, people see you on a regular basis, and there you happen to, you know, someone happened to spot you, and they've developed this kind of jealousy or hatred towards you, and they're out to get you. So it could also be like it's normally common when you have a close group of friends, and then your close friend gets another friend to join your social gatherings, for example, and then that is easily where something like this can happen, where it's like, this is my friend. Um, I was friends with this person before you were, and then it becomes like you sort of like want to compromise that other person's relationship with the main person, which is the friend. Whereas the friend maybe wants to appreciates both of you for your uniqueness, and each of you has a special relationship with that specific person. So, like I always mention, everyone is unique, and everyone has a different personality, and they've got their own strengths and areas of improvement, and they've got their own characters. If you are on the journey of authenticity and you don't answer for other people to make other people happy, but you answer genuine, in a genuine, honest way. If you embracing who you are as a person, then you sort of build a character, and it's who you truly are, and that makes you unique, and that makes you appealing and attractive to another person, and that's usually why they choose you as a pal. And so you're not going to get the same person like that again. So the next pal you meet, you it's going to be completely different. So you're going to have a different bond with a different person. So I keep reminding you that we are not robots. We are special in our own way, and a true friend will value you for what makes you unique and encourage you to be yourself. And yeah, just appreciate, that what makes you different. So, anyway, situations like that, where, for example, people would gang up on you and in an unexpected way catch you off guard, so that you won't know how to defend yourself because you didn't expect it. So, I'm going to give you an example. One time I tried to do something. I thought it was a nice idea. So, I had breakfast with a group of people, and we discussed some intimate things, like personal things. Um, just like what makes a good environment, for example. And then we mentioned the pros and the cons, and what happened was, I sort of what I wanted to do, because it was kind of like boring in the actual space where we often gathered. So I wanted to do something nice, and you know what? Get a couple of pictures, put our feedback up there so that other people can come and learn from each person's point of view, etc. And I did it in a positive manner. So, um, it basically put me in the you know what, because the thing is, I felt like I was ambushed. Then this group of people, they actually confronted me about it. They were like saying that what I wrote down wasn't true, and they didn't say those things, and I'm putting words in their mouth, and they made they dissected it in such a way, and it was completely opposite to what my intentions were. I then explained to them what my intentions were, and because I've spoken to one person before, and I said what my plan was to get a couple of nice things and to motivate everyone a little bit and do something special for them. But the way it happened was it was like a complete ambush. They weren't happy with what I did, and that is also okay because you're not always going to be happy with what someone does. You know what I mean? But the mature thing would be to sit the person down, have a one-on-one, and sort of prep them for what's coming, so it doesn't feel like an ambush, and it doesn't feel like you the only one that's sitting there while everyone is attacking you for something that was supposed to be something positive. You know what I mean? That is just the mature thing to do, is to think about how it will impact everyone, and then address it in the best way possible so that you can have everyone okay again, so that it doesn't result in some sort of everyone is fighting all at once, and one person is like put on the spotlight, under the spotlight, so that that person leaves feeling unhappy. But to be honest with you, I got that it was the intention of the group to sort of make me feel that way. And I was disappointed, I was upset about it. But then I just realized after many other incidents that they were just not happy with me in that environment. And like I said in my previous video, not everyone is for you, not everyone wants to be helped, not everyone wants to hear a word of encouragement. Some people just want to just prefer not liking you, and they don't want anyone to convince you not like them, if that makes sense. So they just don't want to hear anything, they just want to continue not liking you. So that type of people, you should know that it's not for you. They should go on to the negative committee and go sit there and away from you. You know what I mean? But you will find that people will also try, that same people will, when you in your trying to have some peace, peace, be in a peaceful space, then you will have these people actually coming into your vibe to sort of disrupt that, because they need something more to say, they need something more to add to their gossiping, they need something more to discuss in their chit chats. So they will come and either create something to talk about, or they will then put you in a position so that you could um, maybe you say something in the wrong way, you will have the wrong reaction, and that's what they want. So that now they have that, um, now they have something against you to use in their next, negative party vibe. They want to now talk about how the reaction was and what you did when, meanwhile, you were just minding your own business, and here they came into your space, had a plan for you to sort of do something wrong or whatever the case may be, just so that they could take away that little bit of reaction or whatever the case may be, and make it into a massive explosion type of vibe. So unfortunately, people do these things. I'm not sure why. I would like to know why. I always encourage you to reach out to me, and let's debate these things and figure out why people want to do these silly things and intentionally try and hurt other people. Um, Please let me know why. So that is example number one. Then another thing is um, injecting negativity. So, have you ever been in a relationship, like a toxic relationship, where someone is constantly saying something negative to you? Like constantly injecting those negative things into your head so that you can feel insecure. Maybe you are too confident for them. Maybe you are they don't get why you're so confident, and they would like to sort of like make you feel a little bit insecure, so they start pointing things out like um, maybe your height, like oh but you're really short, you know what I mean? As if you're too short to achieve goals, as if you're too short to um, help someone, like maybe you're too short to encourage another person or to prosper in life, you know what I'm trying to say. But they try, and they keep injecting those negative thoughts into your mind so that you can feel insecure, and now you feel weak, and um, you don't feel as confident anymore. And so then they wait for the right moment to strike you and to sort of attack you, because now all of those things are in your head, and you busy thinking of about your height, for example, or your weight, or whatever it is that they've observed, maybe you're insecure about, or whatever the case may be. They've watched you completely so that they can point something out to make you feel a little bit weaker, so that they can come in and attack you in a way that you won't feel as confident to defend yourself. And then the third thing I wanted to say is, it is also sort of, I just made a note, it says plotting and planning. So, plotting and planning, sometimes you are so busy, maybe you're an ambitious person, you focusing on self mastery, you focusing on the next goal you would like to achieve in life, you've reached that maturity level, but someone else is like all into your vibe. They are busy watching you, plotting and planning against you. So, for example, they maybe think that their purpose in life is to destroy your life. So what they want to do is, if you have a goal, they watch and they listen. If you have a goal, maybe you want to achieve a short-term goal, then if they find out about it, then they will plot and plan to sort of ruin that goal, because they don't want you to move ahead. You know what I mean? So then they listen for whatever it is that you want to achieve, then they will figure out a way to destroy that or block that from actually happening. So you as a person, you don't think that way. So you are busy minding your own business, doing your own thing, and then you just come across maybe the result wasn't the way you expected, or the result was sort of fabricated because someone was already working against you, or got into someone else's mind that had a way for you to actually achieve your goal. They involved themselves, and they literally woke up and they made the effort to actually go to the other person that is not even asking for their opinion, and worm their way into that person's space, and they literally try to get that person, to the change maker, to think something bad about you so that it can compromise you actually achieving that goal. I mean, how deep is that? I mean, really. That is how determined some haters are. And it's shocking because, like, a lot of times I was like shocked. There were times that I really cried because I don't understand. I don't understand why, when you're busy doing something, someone would put so much effort into, compromising something for you or ruining a relationship that has nothing to do with them. They are the level of effort they put in, you sort of wonder like what else they could have done with that time. But anyway, I would like to know if you experienced something like this, similar in a personal environment, in a workspace, like something that made you really unhappy, um, or something that really like shocked you in a way that you couldn't comprehend why someone put all that effort into sort of bring you down. You know what I mean? Whether it was like ganging up on you in a group and you were caught off guard, or maybe it was one toxic person that you really maybe valued the relationship. It's a personal person. Maybe you grew up with a person from a very young age, so you really love and adore that person, so you're now feeling a little bit vulnerable when it comes to that person. So when that person says something to you, you sort of listen to it, and then it hurts extra bad when it comes from that person, and now they use it as an advantage, so that they want to keep you behind. They want to keep you um, from progressing, so that you can't um, so that you will always be close to them. You know what I mean? So that you won't progress so much that you forget about them, or that you disappear from them, or whatever their reasons are. They didn't put in the time to build confidence, to have a conversation with you, but they did all the effort. They had a literal project to prevent you from prospering. And yeah, I just would like to know your thoughts and experiences on it, so that we can help other women out there, and we can find some problems to these solutions, and just iron it out. You know what I mean? All these unnecessary things. Then, of course, I have questions. So, question number one is, have you ever been in a situation where a lie was fabricated, where you were caught asleep and a group of people ganged up on you? So, what was the reaction? What was your response? What was the result? Um, how did you move forward from there? And then, question number two, have you ever been in a toxic relationship with someone constantly injecting negativity into your head, so that they could manipulate you to do something that you are not comfortable doing? I'd like to hear from you. We'd like to hear from you. And so, what I do plan to do is, once I covered all the topics I want to discuss, I'm going to like sort of create a final episode, and then I want to tie it all together and in the final episode. But then I'm going to do another series on this, where I'm going to go back to each topic, and then I'm going to give more examples of my personal life and what I've actually experienced and how I overcame those things. And because I still experience a lot of these bad energy every day, like attitudes, mocking, insults, blocking, people trying to block opportunities for me, people trying to um, get me out of a certain environment, people trying to compromise my future plans. You know what I mean? Um, People trying to break your confidence. All of those things, I still experience those things. But it's just about developing that resilience together as a JK community and helping each other, just being stronger, like spiritually, and also so that we can just prosper together as a female community. So let me know your thoughts on that. I'm interested to hear. And do Google Solo to Brands by Andrea. All of my brands is over there. Um, you can also, if you go to Pharma Design, I've also written some poetry over there. There's some good topics that we can discuss. It's like one-liners, and if it rings a bell or an, it makes you think of a certain experience, then let me know, and then we can do a video call or we can do something and upload it on social media so that it can do something positive for the JK community. Thank you.